Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Saturday morning. It's a coffee kind of morning. Finally, finally back after a couple of days. This work thing gets involved and takes away from my enjoyment of doing great videos with you guys. A couple things. First off, I want to remind you of the contest I have going on. It's called Changes. Typically, show 5 bands and the changes they've gone through and which version is better. So, for example, AC/DC. You've got the Bon Scott era until his tragic death, and then you've got the Brian Johnson era. Which do you prefer? And the reasons for it. You've got Van Halen with the David Lee Roth era and the Sammy Hagar era. Which do you prefer? And just show out, and it could be any band. I've had some great entries so far. Thank you so much for everyone that's entered. But I'm hoping for more. It's for an Amazon gift card, a $40 Amazon gift card, and the draw is April 6th. So still lots of time. And I'll probably tally up who's entered so far early next week and give you guys an idea of who's entered. I'll also put a link below on this video to my contest video, so it gives you an idea of what's going on. And I think it's a great idea. A lot of people have shown some awesome artists, and I just watched Lisa Tedesco, the beautiful Lisa, who did her entry last night. Did an amazing job. Talked about a lot of bands that I wasn't even familiar with. So this is a great idea to discover bands. And of course, Aaron with Alomar showing his awesome stuff. And I knew we'd talk about Kiss. And Kiss has gone through so many changes. I'm not a fan of Kiss, but I know they've gone through a ton of lineup changes. I showed Deep Purple, who's probably had the most changes of any band. And there's not too many bands that have not gone through changes. I try to think of maybe U2. ZZ Top, I know, has not gone through any changes. They're still the same lineup. There's not too many bands that you can actually think of. Even the Beatles have gone through changes. I mean, their most famous period was with the Fab Four, but they had Stuart Sutcliffe, they had Pete Best on drums, all before the Fab Four came about. So even every band, The Who has gone through changes as well. There hasn't been any band really, except a few, that haven't gone through changes. So talk about 5 bands that have gone through changes, lineup changes, through circumstance or through decision, and which version of the band you prefer. That's the contest. And then I want to show you some great album finds. Some new to me, maybe not new to you, but new to me, and some that have been around for a while. And I think I did okay. I'm always interested in finding new bands and discovering new stuff. And the first one I'm going to show you, I kind of bypassed. I was flipping through, and I saw it, and I looked at it, and I said, and then I went on to the next row, and then I came back to it again, and I checked it out. I always check it out on Spotify. If I can't find it on Spotify, I look on YouTube. And I started listening, and yeah, these guys are pretty damn good. So this is the band Cowboy. At first, you hear the word cowboy, you think country and western. Not that I've got anything against country and western. I just won't listen to a lot of new country. This is not a country album. This is by Boyer and Talton. It's a great combination of folk and blues and sax and country rock and southern rock. Some Eagles-like sounds to them as well. A lot of acoustic work in there as well. Some great piano work, slide guitar. Tommy Talton on guitar and Scott Boyer, singer-songwriter and guitarist. And a ton of additional artists on this one. They did 4 albums on the Capricorn label, and I've got to get some inner sleeves. I've run out of inner sleeves, and I should have picked some up yesterday at the record store, and I didn't. Maybe I'll order some on Amazon today. We'll see. We'll see. Please, their song "Please Be With Me" was covered by Eric Clapton on his 461 Ocean Boulevard album. Great album, by the way. And also features, they also have a lot to do with the Allman Brothers and Duane Allman. They sound, again, like the Eagles in some ways, Pure Prairie League, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. It's a real hidden gem of an album and a band. Cowboy. I've heard this next guy, but I wasn't really familiar with his work. This is the David Bromberg Band. So I picked up Midnight on the Water and Bandit in a Bathing Suit. So David Bromberg, multi-instrumentalist, blues, folk, jazz, rock, bluegrass. He can play it all, really. He can also play rhythm and lead at the same time. Not too many people can do that, I don't think. He's played with Willie Nelson, Jerry Garcia, Bob Dylan, amongst others. So 3 pretty famous people right there. He co-wrote the song "The Hold Up" with George Harrison, who also played on David Bromberg's self-titled album in 1972. And he learned a lot of his guitar work from the Reverend Gary Davis. So he's been around. He's in his late 70s now, I think. So Midnight on the Water. Great album. This is just on the Columbia label. It's, and again, got to get some better inner sleeves. I apologize. Got some ring wear on here, but the album itself sounds great. Released in 1975, produced by ex-Eagle Bernie Leadon, who also plays guitar on this album as well. Also, he's got some kind of famous people as background vocalists. He's got Bonnie Raitt, Emmylou Harris, Linda Ronstadt, Ricky Skaggs, just a few major players, and also Dr. John on piano. So great album. I love it. It's so good. Really glad I found that one, and as well as Bandit in a Bathing Suit. Now this is this is a promo copy as well. This is a 1978 release. This is on the Fantasy label. Delta blues, bluegrass, rock. Sounds really good. It really is a good album. And real hidden gem, David Bromberg. As well as this band here, Horse Lips. And the name comes from the Four Horsemen, and the anthology around the Four Horsemen. They are a Irish Celtic rock band formed in 1970. And again, the album intrigued me. The name intrigued me. I said, what the heck is this? They combine Celtic music and traditional Irish music, and they rock it up. They progressive rock it up. It sounds so good. They're often compared to Jethro Tall, which I heard that right away when I was listening to it. In this particular album, this is where they turned into that progressive rock style compared to their earlier Celtic rock. But yeah, definitely a Jethro Tall comparison for sure, and not a bad comparison. I mean, these guys have their own unique sound, but there's definitely influences on there. This is on the DMJ label. I've never seen this label before. I don't think I have anyway. But a beautiful, again, I gotta clean these guys, but just a beautiful, simple label. But this is a great album, man. This is so good. There's the guys there. Look like mugshots. So it's a concept album basically about Irish immigration to America in the 1840s during the potato famine, and dreams of making it big in America, and then those dreams are disappointed. They just fall to waste. But it's an amazing, amazing sound, amazing album. And I love Jethro Tall, so I love this sound as well. So I'm really happy to found it. And I found one of their live albums as well. This is the Belfast gigs. Now this is on the Mercury label. But I had to pick it up when I heard. The only thing I have against this album is that it's too short. I would have preferred a double album. But yeah, great shape. Looks really good. It was recorded live in 1980. It'd be the final live album as well. Combines their traditional Celtic rock with their Tull-like sound, as I said earlier. Sounds great, production's great on it. And they do a great version of Shakin' All Over on this one as well. I'm really happy to find this one. And speaking of Van Halen and Sammy Hagar, I found a solo album, Sammy Hagar. This is 3-lock box. That great cover. It's on the Giffen label. Sorry with the doggy hair. Wouldn't be a day without doggy hair here. This is a great album. This is 1982 release, 7th studio album by the band. Features Mike Reno from Loverboy on co-vocals on one of the songs. Jonathan Cain from Journey, and Richard Page from Mr. Mister on these ones. Hit number 17 on the Billboard 200. Big hit, Your Love Is Driving Me Crazy. It's a great rock pop album, and it sounds really good. It's a Sammy Hagar album. I mean, you can't go wrong with Sammy Hagar. Straight ahead rock and roll. Gives him a chance to play guitar, because he didn't play much guitar with Van Halen, because of course Eddie, the great guitarist that he is, but gives him a chance to play some guitar on this one. And it's a really great album. It really stands on its own, and really good. Also, I've been picking up a few of this next guy's discography, and found this one yesterday as well. This is Alice Cooper, Flush the Fashion. It's on the Warner Brothers label. Quite the departure from his... You can see he's just on the verge of falling back into alcoholism on this one as well. But what a great album. It's the fifth solo studio album, released in 1980. Again, a big change. He goes more new wave on this one. Clones were all one. A big single off of this one. You got Davy Johnson from the Elton John band, Fred Mandel on keyboards. Um, he's a Canadian musician from Toronto. And also Flo and Eddie from the Turtles on this one as well. They do a lot of session work for sure. So he, again, from his shock rock albums of the past to go to this, it's quite a change. But I find, just from listening to it, and I've still got to give it more of a listen, I find it's a great change. Some of his shock and rock stuff can get too dark, but I find this is a nice, even keel. But again, I got to give it more of a listen. But I'm still happy to have it in my collection. I'm still happy to find it. And finally, and George, hopefully I can do this one justice, because I know George loves this band, and I love them too. I got to get more of their discography, but I found Exotic Birds and Fruit by Procol Harum. I love this cover. Love it, love it, love it. It's on the Chrysalis label, 1974 release, 7th studio album. It's a beautiful cover. It was by Jacob Bogdari. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a Hungarian artist. It's a great artistic album. Sounds so good. Gary Brooker sounds great. Some deep, deep lyrics on this one. He's such a great lyricist. And it's a real pleasure to listen to this one. You've got Nothing But the Truth, Beyond the Pale, As Strong as Samson, The Idol. And you got The Thin End of the Wedge, Monsieur Demande, Fresh Fruit, Butterfly Boys, and New Lamps for Old. Just a simple cover, and again, a little bit of ring wear, but you don't listen to the cover. But happy to add this one to my collection, and really pleased to find it. So there you have it, guys. Again, just a reminder, please enter my contest. Have a great time doing it. Make the video as long as you want. Hopefully shorter than longer, but I'll watch every bit of it. And let me know by leaving a comment down below. Look for the link down below. And have yourself a great day. Hopefully I'll be back with my albums to review. Albums to discover through Discog Shuffle. And also some more VCLT album reviews as well. So thanks very much. Love you all. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.